What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, then it's just welcome to my channel, not welcome back. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you will not be disappointed. Unless, of course, your taste level is lacking. And if that's the case, girl, we are not your people. You know the old phrase, if you can't beat them, join them. At this point, Bella and Blue, like this is our channel. We're gonna have to rename it 3B. Or B3, okay, at this point. We might as well. Really quickly before we get started, and to let you know this is not a spoiler, but are y'all all caught up from the people that's watching from? Season 2 has been a wild ride. I cannot wait to see if old boy returns from the forest. Quiet as it's kept. Part of me does not even want him to because honestly, mother is tired, okay? I'm sick of him. But enough about that. Today we are discussing the case of young Yoo-jung, and this is a very recent case. This happened about 3 weeks ago, and it's very bizarre. All of the things that we are discussing in today's video, she is accused of because she has not received a conviction, girl. And I ain't got time for them to come around here trying to take my Apple Watch, girl, and my dogs, my little Jeep. Jung is a 23-year-old woman from South Korea who, like you, has an interest in true crime stories, but like to the 10th power because mama was obsessed. You know how sometimes you're hearing or reading the details of a case and then you think like, what an idiot, because they do something so dumb and get themselves caught. Well, Ms. Young here had way too many of those moments, believing that she could commit the perfect crime and get away with it. Obviously, she did not, as we are here today. So let's go over the details of what sis did allegedly, how she did it, and the mistakes she made that made her no different than the people that she thought she was smarter than. Now, not much is known about her upbringing just yet, but what we do know is that since graduating high school 5 years ago, she has been a loner and a recluse. She has spent the last 5 years living with her parents, barely getting out of the house, no friends, limited interactions with her family, and she has not worked a job. And she spends most of her time alone in her room reading books, articles, and TV shows all about the same subject. True crime. Now, earlier this year in 2023, her interest takes a very dark turn when she develops a little more curiosity paired with a bit of arrogance. Time and time again, she is reading over these cases, pinpointing where the assailant went wrong and mentally rewriting details according to what she would have done differently. She spends countless hours romanticizing this idea of the perfect murder until finally she decides that she is going to carry it out. Confident that she is smart enough to do so without getting caught, Young very carefully prepares for her crime. She begins by searching the internet for tips on how to get rid of a body. Mistake number 1. That's a rookie mistake. She then brainstorms on ways in which she would like to carry it out, what her weapon of choice would be, her preferred victim profile, how would she meet and lure her victim, her preferred disposal method, and how she will go about life afterward with this deep, dark secret. After 4 months of meticulous planning, Young has everything planned out and she is now ready. She downloads an app for connecting parents with tutors for their children and creates a profile posing as a mother of a 9th grade girl looking to improve her daughter's English. She spends hours scrolling the app, looking at countless profiles, carefully considering each one as her potential victim, until finally she decides on a young woman about her age whose identity has not yet been released to the public, at least not the time of me researching. All that we know of her is that she is a young 20-something woman who, in addition to working as a freelance tutor, was a student at a university. On May 24th, Young messaged the young tutor, introducing herself as this mother wanting to schedule a consultation with the tutor and her fictional daughter. The young tutor tells her that she has availability in 2 days, and Young agrees that will work for her. When the day comes, May 26th, Young dresses herself up as a young 9th grade girl. She had purchased a school uniform online and she sets off to her victim's home armed with a knife. Mind you, she is very short in stature, so it definitely gave 9th grade girl. When she arrives at the tutor's home, the tutor welcomes her in, and as soon as she closes the door, Young plunges the knife into the tutor's neck. She then just stands there and watches the young woman bleed out. Afterward, Young goes to a nearby store and purchases trash bags and bleach. She then returns to the young woman's home and spends the next couple hours dismembering her and carefully wrapping her parts in these trash bags. She then uses the bleach to clean the home and herself as best she can, then changes into one of the woman's outfits and goes back to her house to retrieve a small suitcase. Now, she can be seen here going down the street with the suitcase. I'm not sure if this was before or after. Some of the articles that I read said that this was her transporting her victim, and some of them said that this was just her going home to get the suitcase after the fact. She takes her bloodied clothes, places them inside of a trash bag to take home, and she also keeps the woman's cell phone, her ID, and her wallet. Now that she is all changed into some of the victim's clothes and everything is as cleaned up as it's going to be, she sets off on her next step to dispose of her victim. She hires a taxi driver to take her to a wooded area near the Nakdong River, where she goes down, dumps the suitcase, and then returns home. But Young needing to go to the woods after midnight with the suitcase kind of struck the taxi driver as odd. And so after she gets out of his car, he calls the police. The officers go down to the part of the river where he had dropped off this very suspicious passenger and pull out the suitcase. And obviously, we know what is inside. And of course, they go down to her home and search it. They find the trash bag that Young had put her bloody clothes in, as well as the woman's ID, wallet, and cell phone. And not only that, Young had kept pieces of the woman. There were body parts as well inside of her home that I guess she was keeping as a trophy. I don't know, but she is arrested immediately. Getting arrested that quick after you spent months planning to not get arrested is wild. Young confesses, but initially tells the officers that she and the woman had had an altercation in which the woman had become physically aggressive and she had acted in self-defense. She had no choice but to do this. But as the investigation goes on, they begin to doubt the validity of her story. A little digging into her search history reveals that they're definitely on to something. This was not something that happened last minute. This was a premeditated crime that she has had the desire to commit for quite some time now. They bring her in for questioning again, and they're pressuring her to tell the truth of what really happens, as well as her parents. Her family is also telling her, girl, just give it up. Tell the truth. She finally cracks under pressure and reveals what really happened and her shocking reason as to why she done it. Because she had become obsessed with true crime and wanted to commit the perfect crime of her own. One that would be perfect. She tells them how she'd grown curious about how it would feel to take another person's life and simply decided that she would. And people found this to be more shocking and bizarre than the crime itself because it's like it was so random and impersonal. Young has since publicly stated that she does feel sorry for what she did. She also says, quote, I think I was out of my mind. She is currently being tested to see if she is a psychopath. Results pending. I think we can all agree that at the very least, the elevator does not reach the top floor, you know. And that's no shade because mine has a little out of service sign on it from time to time. A psychologist that has since been interviewed about Young said that they found her demeanor after the fact to be highly unusual, that most people who've done things like this experience or exhibit some sort of panic after the fact or some kind of adrenaline, something. But she was completely calm and showed no signs of panic whatsoever. She simply just went to get her little supplies and calmly carried out each step of her little plan. And she admittedly did not have any feelings of alarm or horror after the fact. She was calm. They also believe that she chose a victim similar to herself, like close in age, stature, out of jealousy, that she admired this young girl in particular for her accomplishments, being in a university, having her own place, and seemingly doing well in life as opposed to herself. So it seems like her victim choice was rooted in envy. And who knows how deranged this girl could have been. Imagine she tried to assume the girl's identity after the fact. And that's why she really kept the ID and like her wallet and all of that. That could be why she really chose somebody that looked similar to her and was close to her body type or size because they could fit the same clothes. Very possible, but she got arrested so quick she didn't get a chance if that's what she was going to try. Or maybe not. She did confess. Maybe everything she confessed to was all there is. She did say that the reason she kept the woman's ID, her phone, and her wallet is because she wanted her to essentially disappear. And she felt like all of those things needed to be missing from her apartment for her to have disappeared. And because this happened roughly 3.5 weeks ago, I cannot tell you how it turns out, at least just yet. It's something we're going to have to all keep our little eye on. I will surely provide you any updates that I come across. Yeah, I want to show y'all this funny video before I get out of here. So Blue has this lady friend. Blue is married. His wife is Elephantasia. It's this big elephant he's had for quite some time now. Yes, we wash her because they do what married peoples do. And Elephantasia is one of the few things that Blue does not play about. Now, y'all know they had an issue setting boundaries when we first brought Bella home. Blue had to learn how to establish his boundaries and stick by them, and Bella struggled to respect them. Well, one of the things he don't play about is Elephantasia. And Bella walked up on Elephantasia. I don't know if she was about to try to give Elephantasia a few rounds, a few hip thrusts, if you will. But Blue was not having it. He confronted her. It was like, child, a drama, sitting back watching it. Blue caught his wife cheating. Bella is the one that was in bed with Elephantasia. He confronted Bella, and then him and Elephantasia made up. And it's crazy. It's like a whole thing. And they got a baby, BJ, Blue Jr., him and Elephantasia. So yeah, that's the thing. It is literally always madness. Always some drama with these two. All right, friends, look at my locks. Y'all, I love them so much. Like, they're maturing perfectly. I love them so much. I would have let them down, but I look like young Don Toliver with the middle part and them down, girl, because they shrinking. And I did stop cutting my straight hairs around the edge. I did do the roll it. It's kind of helping. So thank you for that, girl. I ain't cutting them no more. I promise. I stopped. I said I was going to stop. I listened to you. Thank you for the tip. That is it for this video. I know it's kind of short, but you will be seeing me again on Thursday. Ting. In that case, is the doozy. And it's really crazy. And yeah, we're going to get into it, girl. It's a lot to unpack. Let me know your thoughts down below on this one. Share this video with a friend. Don't forget to like it on your way out. Subscribe if you have not. As always, I appreciate you so much for spending your time with me. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one on Thursday. Peace. The other day, I thought I was so cute with my locks down in traffic. And I put my shades on, girl. Caught myself in the mirror. I thought I looked just like Vibes Cartel. I said, oh my God. Am I filming? Girl. What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to our channel. So you just literally here like you belong. If this is your first time here, then just, girl, I don't even know what I say. You done threw me off. Bella, I can't hold you and do this. I can't hold you and do this, my lovely girl. A common sense error. And you're like, is that how you say it? Like, I feel like I should have said commonsensical. Is commonsensical a thing? Why can't it just be a thing if I want it to be a thing? Why is that not a thing? Okay, no. Grrr. Focus. Limited reaction. Okay, no, not limited reactions, girl. What you talking about? Okay. No. Grrr. Trouble is back and she bought a friend. Here goes y'all's niece. What girl? I don't know what none of that means. Me no habla real. I know you don't think I'm about to walk you right now looking like I got a mustache. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate that. As all okay. What is my outro?